Hello, this is Tom Gilding, Burlington, Wisconsin, and I'd like to welcome you to Mark Twain's study. First book he wrote here was Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Enjoy the visit. It was 1874, May 5th, at the Langdon house. We went up till Quarry Farm, up the hill. Livy's sister announced a surprise gift for me, and she led us along a pathway which wound up the hill, about 100 yards up from the main house, past the clover fields, and finally to the peak of a hill. And on the peak of the hill there was a study. A peaked roof, glass windows, wide doorway, writing tables, sofa and chairs. On the hot days I spread that study wide open, anchored my papers down with bric-a-bats. Why, it was the loveliest study you ever saw. Octagonal with a peaked roof and spacious windows, perched in complete isolation on the top of an elevation that commands leagues of valleys and city and retreating ranges of distant blue hills. It's a cozy nest and just room enough for a sofa, a table, 3 or 4 chairs, and when the storms sweep down the remote valley and the lightning flashes behind the hills beyond and the rain beats upon the roof over my head, imagine the luxury of it. I'd sit there and write in the midst of hurricanes. I'd open all the windows and hold everything down and just sitting there in my white suit. Why, indeed, that Susie Crane, the angel. And it's such a comfort for me to know that, well, by chance up in that fiery pit hereafter, she would flutter down from heaven every day and bring ice and fans and all sorts of contraband under her angelic wings. One of the greatest things, surprise presents I ever had, was that study. And that's where, that summer, the first week, I wrote 50 pages of Tom Sawyer. And I kept writing there all the way through the many years, Huckleberry Finn, Life on the Mississippi, and, well, most all my books. Hello again. My name is Tom Gilding, and I'm Mark Twain in Mark Twain Entertainment. You can Google that up if you want to. I've been doing shows since 1984, visiting Hannibal, Missouri, and Elmira, New York, and decided I wanted to build a study. And as you can see from these photographs, it took me a long time, probably about 4 or 5 years, to build. These are pictures along the way. It's amazing, I look back at that now, of how much work it was. But it was a joy to do. I always wanted to build this study. Went out to Elmira, New York, and they allowed me to look at the plans and also take measurements of everything. And my grandson Sawyer helped me out. He was the only one. But it was step by step, it started to come into shape. And this is the first story he wrote was Tom Sawyer in this study. It's the 16 by 16 structure, and it's, as you can see, insulated, and it's very enjoyable in even in the wintertime, get a fire going. I studied the details of every one of those little pickets, upside down pickets, 96 of them, and cut them all out on jigsaws and put them in position, and it seemed to work out. The fireplace, I had a Jeep at the time. I needed some extra money for the brickwork, so I sold the Jeep and built the fireplace by purchasing the bricks. I almost didn't want to cover up the ceiling. It looked so nice with all the structure, understructure, but I put the wood over the top of it and the finial. And step by step, it became Mark Twain study, and I'm very proud of it. And I go out there a lot, all winter long, all summer, spring. It's beautiful in the fall. And it's Mark Twain study. Maybe you'll come and visit someday. Thank you.